Why does every perfect square end with only certain digits? The answer will surprise you. Hello everyone. Do you know what do you mean by square and what is square root? Do you know what is the differentiate between square and square root? Nana, you are still juggling? So let's understand it in a very easy way. Let's understand about square first. Square when a number multiplied by itself we get its square. Now square is denoted as a power 2. Square is denoted as a power 2. What is power? Power, when we write any whole number over a number, it is known as its power. For example, so this is called power, and when power is 2, when power is 2, it is known as square. Likewise, when power is 3, it is known as cube. Power 3 is known as cube. Example, suppose if we will write 5 power 2 is square, 5 power 3 is cube. So there are, after understanding this about square, you must understand about the properties of square. So what are the properties of square? So now we will understand about the properties of square. So what is the properties of square? Properties of square. Properties of square. What is properties of square? So first property of square is a square of even is always even, and second is a square of odd is always odd. A square of even is always even. For example, 6 square equals to 36. So 6 is also even number and its square 36 is also even number. Similarly, a square of odd is always odd. Example, 7 square is 49. So 7 is also odd number and its square is also odd number. Now the next property is a perfect square always ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6, 9. A perfect square always ends with 0, 1, 4, 5, 6 and 9. So these are the important properties of square. Now more example I will give about the square. Suppose if you need to find here square of given number 5. So 5 square 25, 1 by 3, that is fraction square. So what you have got? Now here also you can see, here also one properties arise that square of fraction is always less than the original fraction. 1 by 3 is a fraction. When we will find its square, it will be 1 by 9, that is less than the original fraction, that is 1 by 3. So when we will say that square of a whole number or square of a natural number, if we will find, it will always increase. But square of fraction decrease. Similarly, square of decimal. So that is equals to 0.3 into 0.3, and that is equals to, you can find here 0.3, 0.3, 3 3 are 9, 0, 0, 0 and 9, 0, 0, 1, 2. So it is 0.09. So this is about how to find the square of any number. Now the next we will understand, that is how to find the square root. So always remember children, the difference between square and square root is square always increase than the number, but square root always decrease. So when we will say about square and square root, the basic difference between square and square root, square increase and square root decrease. Okay, now we will understand about what do you mean by square root. So square root mean power 1 by 2. Power 1 by 2. So just like we have understood that square means power 2, square root means power 1 by 2. And how we will denote? We will denote it as this is the sign of square root. This is the sign of square root. Now, if you need to find the square root, finding square root. So, children, we have understood how to find the square. We just have to multiply by itself. Now, for finding square root, how to find? Suppose finding a square root, you need to find the square root of 16. So, square root of 16. So, at first, the first step to write 16 under the square root. So, we will put here square root sign and then we will write it here. And now we will find the square root of 16. How to find the square root of 16? For that, first of all, we need to take out the LCM. So, LCM of and this square root we are finding by the help of prime factorization method. So, children, if we will say there are two methods by which we can find square root. Prime factorization method and division method, long division method. Long division method. So, first of all, we will understand with the help of prime factorization method how to find out square root of 16. So, let's take 16. So, to find with the help of prime factorization method, we need to take out the LCM of 16. So, what is it? 2 8 is 16, 2 4 is 8 and 2 2 is 4. So, what we will write here? Inside the square root, in place of 16, we can write 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Now, we can make pair because square means power 2. Square means power 1 by 2. Square root means power 1 by 2 and square means power 2. So here we need to find out the square root. So what we will do? We will make the power of 2 2. Pair of 2 2. This 2 1 pair, this 2 1 pair. So from here 1 2 it will come out, and from here 1 2, from this pair 1 2, and from this pair 1 2 it will comes out, and then 2 into 2 we have to multiply and we will get 4. So square root of 16 is 4. Now, if you need to find out by long division method, then also we can find out. Now for long division method, we will take some other number, a big number, by which your concept will be clear. Okay, so let's understand how to find out square root by long division method. So suppose if we will take a number, find the square root of 441. So first step, as I have told you, we need to write it inside the square root symbol. Now how to find out? Please try to understand properly. Look at here, 441, finding by division method. So what we will do? We will pair it from back side. So this 2 becomes one pair. Now first of all, we will try to divide this one. Whatever the number we will place here, same number we have to put here also. So if we will put it here 2, then here also we have to put 2. So it is 2 2 ja 4. Cancel. Now the pair, when we have done the pair, then both the pair in that simple division, one number we are bringing it here. But in the square root, when we will find out by long division method, then the pair it will comes down. So it is 41. Now the second step, what we will do? This 2 it will comes here. Same number we will write here and we will add it. So it is 2 plus 2, 4. Now again the same trick we will do. Whatever the number we will put here, the same number we have to put here also. Suppose if we will put here 2, here also 2, 1, here also 1. If we will put here 1, then it becomes 41. If we will put here 2, it becomes 42. But the case is, if you are putting here for 1, here also you have to put 1. So it will be 41 1 ja. If you are putting here 2, here also you have to place 2. So it will be 42 2 ja. If you will put here 3, here also 3. So it is 43 3 ja. So likewise, when we have seen here 41, so if we will write here 1 and here 1, we will get 41 1 ja 41, and finally we have cancelled. So how much we have got? 21. Therefore square root of 441 equals to 21. Answer. So children, this is the way by long division method we have understood how to find out the square root. Now the next thing, we will understand some properties of square root. Properties of the square root. So what are the properties of the square root? Properties of the square root. So first property of the square root is, the square root of a perfect number is a whole number. Square root of a perfect number is a whole number. Example, square root of 64, that is 8, whole number. 64 is a perfect square and square root of it is a whole number. Now the second one is, the square root of a non-perfect square is not a whole number. Square root of a non-perfect square is not a whole number. Not a whole number. Example, root 10 is equals to approx, what we will say, 3.16. So it is not a whole number. Now, number 3, the square root of a number multiplied by itself gives the original number. The square root of a number multiplied by itself gives the original number. Example, root 9 square. So here what is written, the square root of a number multiplied by itself. Square root of a number multiplied by itself, it gives, what we can write here, root 9 into root 9, and that is equals to 9. It gives the original number. So these are the properties of a square root. So in this way, you have understood how to find a square and how to find out a square root. I hope I have made you clear about the square and square root. So children, if you like my video, then please like, follow and subscribe. And if you want on any topic you want me to make you understand, you can write in the comment section and I will definitely try to clear your concept. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.